All right. Hello, parents. I am going to go through part one of the application process, and I have a second video for part two, which is specialty applications. So these application forms are only for the Toronto Catholic District School Board. If your child is applying outside of our board, please contact the schools and to get instructions on their application process. So there are two ways to start the application process. For those of you who have never applied to high school before, you will be creating an account. And for the rest of you who have applied with another child before, you will be logging in or resetting your password. Applications open on Friday, September the 26th after 5 p.m. And you can access the application by using the link below. It's also linked in my guidance Google Classroom. So the first step for those of you who do not have an account, you are going to click on create your SOAR account, and then you're going to enter your information here. So just ensuring that you're using the correct email address. It is the one that the school has on file for you. Please create a password and then click on create account. If you do get a warning message saying that the email address is not on file, please stop at this point and you can call the school and let them know, hey, I'm trying to start the process of the high school application, but it's saying my email's not on file. Sometimes there's an error on our part with a spelling mistake. Sometimes you're using the incorrect email. Sometimes it's a system glitch. So just get them to update it and then you can start again. So if you successfully create the account, you will get an email from student registration. So you'll go back to your email. If you do not see it within a few minutes in your inbox, please check your spam or your junk. And then you'll click on the blue word here to activate your account. At that point, you will return to login and then log in with the email address and the password you created and click on sign in. So for those of you who may have an account already, you're either just signing in with that email address and the password if you remember it. If you do not remember your password, you'll type in your email address and you'll click on forgot password and then follow the steps that are coming after. You'll return to the sign on page and then enter your email address and the temporary password that they gave you in the email. Once you log in, so when everybody is logged in, this is what it will look like. You will have a blue file number with a hyperlink right beside your child's name. Please do not create a new student application. So if you do not see this hyperlink button or hyperlink, just get out of the application, get in contact with myself or the secretary or the teacher, just somebody here at the school, and we'll figure out why there's no file attached. Once you click on the hyperlink, it will take you into the student information. This is what we already have on file for your child. You cannot edit it. If there are any errors, please let the school secretary know, but please continue on with the high school application. So this is the first page of the application. Everybody is going to grade 9, so it is already selected for you. You will leave the locally developed part alone unless the teacher has had a conversation with you. Then you will check off regular program. All students will be applying to regular program, even if they are interested in any of the specialty programs that I will go through in part 2 of this application process. The children have already been all given information in grade 7 and again in grade 8 about all the specialty program options. Sorry. So here is where you'll be picking your school. At the top of the page, you might have 2 elementary schools listed if you have a different elementary school that you live closer to. If that's the case, you're always going to pick the elementary school that is closest to the high school your child would like to attend. So you're going to check off regular program. You're going to come over here to the drop-down menu. And when you click on the drop-down menu, you're going to see this chart come up. And that's going to list all of the high schools that are from closest to you to furthest away. So your child is most likely to get into the school that is closest to them. The yellow is single gender schools. So they will choose their school. The next question will ask if they have a sibling in grade 9, 10, or 11. If you do, you're going to click on yes, and you're going to fill in the information, first name and last name. Okay, so the sibling rule allows siblings to automatically be guaranteed a space at the high school that their sibling attends, as long as their application is handed in on time and does not apply to Cardinal Carter for the arts. So the next spot in the application is for the redirection. So a redirection is not a guarantee and it is not a second choice. It is if the child puts a high school in their first choice and they do not get in, they want to be considered for this second high school. So if your child does not get into the first school and they do not get into the redirection that they picked, then they will have a different high school offered to them and you have options at that time. This is pretty much the end of the regular application. You're going to check off that you've read the privacy statement. And then the submit application button will appear and you can submit that. If you need to make any changes before the deadline, simply log in, click on the unlock button, make your changes, and then resubmit. So just some dates to note. For regular program students, Wave 3, this is the date that applies to them. So on Friday, January 16th, please check your email and you should receive an email from student registration that indicates that your child has been placed or if they are being redirected. There is no response needed if your child is placed at their first choice school. If you do get a redirection offer, there is a response needed by the following Tuesday. And change requests can be made after January the 22nd. So if there are any change requests that need to be made, please email myself, the principal, or the classroom teacher, and we will help facilitate that change request. There's a page of resources. I'm going to just bring your attention to the one in the bottom right-hand corner. So if English is not your first language, we do have the application guide that will take you through the steps in the application in your language. So please just click on this link and click on applying from within Ontario to pick your language. And that is it. I will be having a information meeting on October the 7th, a virtual information meeting, and more information will follow about that. Thanks. Have a great one.